3 of Kentucky Route 0. I just got to this scene, then quit, because I had to start broadcasting, so I haven't seen any of it. Seems like we're at breakfast with who I assume is Lysette. Oh, they're voice acting. Anytown. Ah. Oh, it's so funny. We're late for work. Sugar? Just a little. I like sugar with my coffee. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. You thought they were having bad dreams. I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. They're just horses. But those horses were troubled. Alicia had chewed up the wood in the stalls. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful here, or our roof was just in better shape than the one he fell from. I always told him to test each tile with the heel first. If it's a heel, you can kick it back and still put your toe on something solid when the tile slips. I remembered your lessons. He just wanted to study his... what was it called? Aviation. That's it. How could I forget? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's a tragedy. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. That truck will outlive us all. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. When he fainted. My hero. So, long drive? Long drive? They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lysette's Antiques. The... what's the word? The finale. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. Or I've had too much. It's getting harder. Yes, it is. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz. I'll wait with you. By the Consolidated Power Company, stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Right, so in the last act we were under the effects of a sedative, so I guess this is part of a dream from it, considering how it's all glitching out and getting weird. Wow, that's our leg. He cut it off? But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says he might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... What time is it? It's been about 2 hours. What have you been doing? We watched TV for a while, then Dr. Truman showed me some of the terms of this bill. It's kind of... You'll want to look it over yourself, I think. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Well... Let's be all, under sedative and still be a little odd. It was the heat. The shingles were cracked in the sun, and one of them slipped out under his feet. Shingles? What are you talking about? Who slipped? Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuripnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two, regardless. Thank you, Doctor. Sure, let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. Now I'm used to a few side effects. They'll be side effects of Neuripnol TM mostly. The operation itself wasn't particularly remarkable. Typically we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll also want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So, do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. What are you fishing for? Just out on the lake. Stripers, maybe. Gotta keep those wrists and elbows limber, you know? Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. Ride the bird. We can head back to your truck. Okay. I assume, oh, what's scene 1? Oh, right. The truck's back at the Museum of Dwellings. Now, I know there's an achievement around here somewhere. Let's talk to Homer. Guess the rain stopped. It'll be earthworms all over this lot. Damn shame to be an earthworm in a rainstorm. Let's talk to Shannon. How are the drugs treating you? I feel a little distracted. You're probably pretty tired too. I usually feel more tired after a late night nap. Hey, you ever take anything for that? Caffeine pills or... It's all or nothing for me. Oh, right. They probably tell you to steer clear of all that stuff, huh? Yeah, I guess you never know. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. And we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected, or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. Like magic. Dangerous. Mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help? Yeah, they had pretty good healthcare through the university for a while there. A couple times they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing. like 5 conversations going on in her head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I'd recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a birdcage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twining as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Interesting. Hang on. I know there's an achievement around here somewhere. Oh, Ezra. Oh. It's the girl from the greenhouse. Are these people like your new family? I think we're friends. I don't have any friends because I'm so busy. Too bad it's not raining anymore. Did you make that boat? I folded it out of some paper from the front desk. How far do you think it will go? We should stand here and watch it until it disappears over the horizon with a far-off look in our eyes. I'll lean my head on your shoulder, and right when it's a tiny speck, just before it vanishes, you'll say something romantic. Okay. I'm fine with that. Well, we'd better get started. Do we really have to watch it to get this achievement? Or trophy, rather? Do we just wait for it to go off screen? Come on, paper boat. You've got this. Okay, let's talk to her. Can you still see it? Just barely if I squint. You'd better hurry up with the poem or something. All in the golden afternoon, full leisurely we glide, for both our ears with a little skill by little arms are plied. No, it's the middle of the night. It's okay, I like you anyway. Now let's get back to the truck, wherever the hell it is. So, what's the plan here? We should try to get in touch with that clerk. Yeah, okay, these files we got from the storage facility are all tagged and stamped. There's a phone number. Oh, it's long distance. Well, we can head back to my workshop and use the phone there. My landlord has a pretty good phone plan. He's always calling home to Ukraine. Sounds good to me. Okay, it's up north, remember? By the lake, where Peonia and Wax meet. Truck. It's time to go. Alright, let's go to Shannon's workshop. What? What? The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it off the road next to a fallen tree. Well, we can just use Julian, can't we? Nothing to be done. It just won't start up again. Damn, you had this truck long? I bought it used a ways back. I wonder how old it was then. Do you... Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? First time it's just died like this. Well, where's the champagne? Uh, anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? I can't read the name or the number on this flyer, but it looks like a picture of a tow truck. Worth a shot. I'll give him a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into the brick cell phone held up to her here. Hi, hello. We've got an old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. Irritable. Ugh. Sure, it's late for me too. Your card says open 23 hours a day. Suspicious. Like, why are you calling me at this hour? Yeah, we have a car. I mean, it's a truck. We're broken down by the side of the road. That's why I'm calling. Let's be obtuse. That's... Okay, look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Wistful. Well, I'm very sorry to interrupt that, but... Let's just be pragmatic. Right, yeah, thanks, okay, it's... Where are we? We're out off 65, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Let's be tangential. Okay, well, I don't know any of those people, but that does sound like the right area. You've been over here before? Indulgent. Okay, my puzzler. How long do you think you'll be? Distant traffic sounds. Hello? What's Ezra up to? Are you bored? Sure, but I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. How about 20 questions? I love 20 questions. Okay. Got it. Is it alive? No. Can I see it with my eye? Yes. Would I recognize it if I saw it? It would look like something you'd recognize. Is it bigger than a dog? No, a dog is bigger, except for one of those really little dogs. Or a puppy, I guess. Does a puppy count as a dog? Alright, that's all your questions. What's your guess? Okay, is it a game of chess? Yeah, do you play chess? I'm pretty good at it. Better than Julian, but not as good as Flora. She knows how to use every piece. I just focus on the horses. That's my strategy. Homer, what's he up to? How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I don't mind. I have a lot to think about. I guess I always do. I'm a thinker, alright. I think they're on their way. Guess we had some time to kill. We could look over the road map again. I've stared at that thing too long already. Where'd get that old map anyway? It's always just been in the truck. Huh. Someone must have grabbed it at the gas station somewhere along the line. Or maybe they threw it in the glove box at the dealership. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedio saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd brought from Colombia. It looked almost hand-painted, deep vibrant colors and rough borderlines like anxious brush strokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach, and say, here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. How's it looking? The leads are badly corroded, but I'm making progress. That's what I like about working on electronics. It gets easier as you go on. Or do you just get used to it? Almost there. Well, I guess we just have to hang out. Trees. Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. What's to recognize? Just a bunch of trees. Who are these guys? Just, the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel, or something. Turn your ears down and focus on the radio, Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. Now, how far out are we? Are we there yet? Oh, stop. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. Oh, this is like a reference to the entertainment. They were waiting on Junebug, and the bartender was Harry. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. More than all silver and gold of this earth. I know how that song would go. You should have been a poet. I'll leave poetry to the professionals. What's on your mind, Cricket? Oh, I don't know, just looking at the stars. Hope we get there soon. Never been this late. Which star's your favorite? That little one in the corner. They look like they could use some help. You gonna fix it up for him, Johnny? Oh, I don't know, a wrench from a cattle prod. I thought maybe you... I guess it's up to some good Samaritan. Someone will stop eventually. Someone with nowhere else to be. You know, we're already late. Are you gonna explain all this to Harry? No way, you're the smooth talker. In fact, I bet you have no problem explaining we had to stop out of the goodness of our nature and check on some wayfaring strangers. Fine, just for a few minutes. You're the best, and hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if there's no one there, Harry will try and bilk us on our feet. Was that him? Who? The tow company? No. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by something. Oh. What, is she a robot or something? Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Huh, he's chasing you. Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So, sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Probably from space. I always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. Right now? Right now, just headed over there on this baby. The Weird Vector. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Weird Vector. Because the front wheel's a little loose. We'd be very much obliged. See, we have a regular booking and, well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old man? I think I've got a crust and sidecar here. After all, it's so late. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Morin Highway, just east off 65. We usually take a ride off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. And we're back. Let's check out Shannon's place. Pretty sure it was up here somewhere. Oh no, it's a picnic. A blanket is spread in the grass just off the road. It would make a reasonable spot for a picnic, sheltered in the daytime by a coffee tree. Let's walk over. 5 plates are set. 1 plate is piled with ham, another with apples. Let's check the apples. The apples are waxy. No, the apples are wax. Wax apples for display. Maybe toys? Someone must have been here, playing at a picnic. The supplies are weathered. Hard to tell how long ago that happened. Is the bait shop down here? Oh. The truck pulls into the bait shop parking lot. The bait shop is closed. Enter. Shannon fumbles with her key for a bit and then looks down at her feet. The locks have been changed. She writes a short but stern note about tenants' rights and pins it to the door. Ooh, let's check the mine. We can't check the mine. Petting zoo. The petting zoo is closed. Ah, man. The farmhouse is silent and empty. The barn is still gone. So is the cave. A few horses graze in the empty field. Can we go to Equisoils? Oh no, we can go to the store. The convenience store is just a tiny booth in the middle of a lot that must have once been an active gas station. The light in the booth is on. The inside of the booth is big enough for a card table, 2 chairs, and a few plastic crates filled with snacks and warm Coke. 2 men shovel plastic dominoes across the table. Let's knock on the window. One of the men waves brusquely in Conway's general direction and returns his focus to the game. He finds a sliding service window on the far side of the booth, the kind that can slide in and out of the booth without allowing anyone to reach in and make a grab for the cash register. Pass in some money. We pass in some money. One of the men lets out a vexed sigh. That's standing or turning his eyes away from the game. He reaches into a plastic crate and retrieves a small blue bag, distractedly pushing it through the service window. Chips or something. The bag is illustrated with a cartoon drawing of an avocado, but the nutritional data suggests it's pretty sugary. The expiration date has been worn away. Oh, we can. Joseph. Truck sounds like it's running kind of rough there. Better keep an eye on it. Why do you work here? Ezra, that's not really... You can't help where you end up, kid. You just end up there. I heard there's going to be a show in the morning. So there is. I'll have to put on some more coffee. We've been to the Zero, you know. I figured. Well, listen, I wish you luck, but I don't really want to talk anymore about that. Bad memories. Glad to hear you're on your way, though. Do you have any games? Hey, you know what? I might. My niece works nights at the hospital, and she swung by for her lunch break an hour or 2 ago. She's kind of a... She doesn't talk a whole lot, but I like her company. I heard her typing away in there. You might take a look. Better get going. Yeah, let's check it out. Messages. Message 1. Requested articles. Dear Mr. Wheatree, the articles you've requested have been retrieved from storage and are ready for examination. They will be held at your convenience in our primary branch until the end of the month. You may visit us between sundown and sunrise at our night facility. We are an easy 3 gestures from the bureau. Clockwise to the anchor, counterclockwise to the whirlpool, then briefly clockwise. Regards. Message 2. Dear Equisoils, your current account status is dire. New resolution options are available to you in one of our in-person account resolution centers. To ensure your account is resolved without interruption, visit us at your convenience. From the Bureau, head clockwise for quite some time until you reach the Scarecrow. Then turn around and go back to the Bat Feeder. Turn around, and it's a short clockwise drive on your right. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Company. Oh, wait. I'll just try one of these. Psychotherapist. I am the psychotherapist. Please describe your problems. I'm lost. Do you enjoy being lost? I used to enjoy it. Yeah. That's quite interesting. I'd like to try an exercise now. Please close your eyes and ask another person to read the following text aloud. It's summer. You are sitting in a very long hall on a backless stool. The seat is upholstered in fake leather, slick with condensation. You shift your weight uncomfortably. At the other end of the very long hall, a ceiling fan beats out the rhythm of seconds. The air in the very long hall is still. You need a shave. You feel 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. You shift your weight on the slick leather seat and exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. The very long hall is silent, except for the ceiling fan beating at the rhythm of seconds, and the noise of your breath as you exhale gently to displace the 3 rough whiskers curled over your upper lip. Your tongue is burned. Perhaps you drank some coffee too quickly within the last several days. Your mouth is dry, and the lights are slowly dimming. Oh, it says I'm not supposed to read this part aloud. Okay, it's over. No, I'm not gonna play sports medicine professional. That sounds boring. Let's head back. Oh, whoa, wait. Ah, so glad you stopped by. I've been standing here alone, waiting for my cast and crew, and I'm afraid very little can be done in their absence. I've just been watching the highway with its occasional limping truck, the trees oscillating in the night breeze, the shadows, and visualizing the performance against this nocturnal backdrop. Well, I suppose it is the business of cast and crew to be late, just as it is the business of a director to visualize. It's all becoming very clear to me. This venue will be perfect. A triumph. I wonder, do you ever feel as though you've arrived after... After what? Just after, I suppose. After Orestia, after Faustus, after Iceman. What's your most treasured stage production, my friend? I saw The Glass Menagerie once. I read it. Oh? Tell me about it. I took a friend on a date. We had to sit near the back and I could only hear a few parts. What do you remember? They played this strange music through the whole thing. Yes, quite an experimental production really, did you know? Plastic theater. So that said, I have my vision for the transformation of this venue, but it's all still unsettled in potential while we wait for the cast and crew to arrive. So tell me, what do you think? Where should the actors perform? Where should the audience sit? Why not put them both together? Interesting. To collapse the audience-performer hierarchy, at least spatially. Yes, I think you're right. How bold. You've given me a great deal to think about, friends, and it seems I'll have some time yet to consider it all. Well, surely the cast and crew will arrive within the hour, and we'll begin constructing the set and arranging the lights. I hope you can come by again to see me before the show, but I understand you have your own tasks to carry out. Just remember, the death of the hired men, Equisoils, dawn. I'm looking forward to it, Carrington. We're going. We need to head to the lower depths. Tavern. Scene 4. The lower depths. Homer. Doesn't feel right. Like a deep pit. I wonder if sometimes I'm really up here or still down below. Bar door. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. This is the same place from the entertainment. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. Let's look around a bit first. A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table, next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Who do you think that belongs to? Whoever they are, they're gone now. Must have been pretty tanked to leave it behind. This thing looks expensive. A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. That's the sandwich we had in the entertainment. What's Ezra doing? He flips eagerly through the jukebox's catalog of songs. What do you think? I know how to play this game. Let's talk to Harry. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Say, shut the goddamn door, will you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Gets lonely, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. Been like this all night? Everybody had to, clear out. Right, that's what happened in the entertainment. He owes a lot of debt to the distillery. Or did there was some guy that showed up at the end. Did he take them all to the distillery? The boys from Hard Times Whiskey? Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for it. We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also couldn't you use a break, Harry? Been on my feet all day. But how's it looking out there? How are y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb in the monitors? He adjusts the soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test 1 1 1 3 50. Lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Not too bad. Well, we'll take care of that right now. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were just out riding around. You know, you like to drive around, old man? That's where I feel at home. Of course you do. So, we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was real dive. Busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Bats in the bar room. And run by this creaky bag of bones. It looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. So we stopped for an early drink and there was a lady singing right here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us. And now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hope we do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. This is pretty cool. Oh. I'm gonna go with that one. This is pretty cool. That was really fun. Junebug, what do you have to say? Well, hope you liked it. Kinda sad, isn't it? Kind of. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We just gotta get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to the, Zero. Harry? Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. Rapt. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just a... Damn it, I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but a goddamn IOU from the distillery. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess they had some surplus credit. So I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Got to keep this place open somehow. God damn it. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just... I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up. But for you to cash in, you'd have to go down to... You know... Down to the distillery. Down to hard times. And, you know, it's... You've got to take Zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear... People hear things. Rumors. We've heard multiple times that the people from the distillery are strange. We heard it from the receptionist in Act 2. We heard it in the entertainment, and now he's saying that there are rumors about the distillery. At the end of the entertainment, we saw some weird golden skeleton man with a book show up. I'm gonna assume that's what the people from the distillery look like. And it doesn't seem like the distillery is a very good place. It's where we've got to go. Well, I'll tell you then. But this is it, right? We're square? Harry, you're alright. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you've got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains. And now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's a deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar. Something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for. Eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Let's leave. Alright, so... Take a left. Wait. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like... Horses? Horses running a race? Charlie and I used to go to races sometimes. Charlie, he was your boss's kid, right? The one who, yeah, must be some memories there. Well, that fits familiar but strange to me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Oh. Bunch of horses. Whoa, we're on the zero. Hall of the Mountain King? Act 3, Scene 5. Hall of the Mountain King. What? Bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Time to cut him loose, man. Well, now I'm having fun. Oh, huh. Okay. Slow night anyway. What do you suppose happened here? They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Not down here. So empty. Just let it go, I guess. Let's go up to the boardwalk. Rope. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Computers. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Pet carrier. Pet carrier for a cat or a small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. I'm gonna have to do this later.